Hi all, this is Rex King. I consider myself sort of a philosopher of life. I've done a lot of reading, a lot of studying through the years. And based on all of that and my sincere spiritual interests as to why we're here, what we're here for, and so forth, I have been able to come to an understanding, a philosophy of life about why the world is the way it is. In particular is if God is good, how could there be badness on earth? Okay, I mean, how can that be? If God is good, God is all powerful, then, please explain it to me. Well, this is going to be a very straightforward, thoughtful explanation of why the world is the way it is, and how we can do, and once you understand this, you'll understand your part in it and what you can do to make it better as an individual. Okay. Now this board is a little messy. I may redo this in a series, but I just stood up at this board and started drawing, and I came up with this, and it's a mess, but it's all there. And so I thought in one quick video I would do this. Whether I distribute this or not to others, I don't know, because I may go ahead and redo it as a series. But I'd like to get something down before I wipe this board so that we'll be able to. I'll have something that I could even listen to and refresh my mind as I think about this in the future. It helped me to break it down into some pieces by watching this and what I might have missed and so forth. Anyway, it's a teaching experience. This is a learning experience, and this is the first step. So if you're watching this, consider it a privilege that I've allowed you to watch me, in my ignorance or in my growth process of learning how to teach. In fact, once you understand this right here, you understand what I'm talking about. Okay. Anyway, let's just take it from the beginning, Adam and Eve. Okay. In the beginning, Adam and Eve, two children, the human equal the human race. So God basically says, here's the human race. We know the story. He gave us the earth through Adam and Eve. We were given power to run the earth and control it like we wanted. Okay. But the problem is, when they were first started, they were two children, human race, ignorant, because there was no people before. So they were very powerful, but ignorant, unpredictable, okay? Children of the all, children of life. And I'm talking about us as individuals. So I'm talking about you as the individual listening to this. This is what you are. You one of these. From the moment you were born, you were about as ignorant as can be. You were a white sheet of paper, okay, but very powerful, okay? Your power is evident because you were able to get your parents to take care of you to where here you are now an adult, okay? So you had some power, okay? But you were ignorant. And you've been trying to overcome that ignorance so you can create some predictability in your life all your life. But at the same time, you're a child of God. And see, that's the issue, is if you're ignorant and yet you have the powers innate in you, but you're ignorant, you can cause all kinds of havoc because you've got these innate powers, but you don't know how to use them properly. And you get what you call the world today because of that. In other words, because people are ignorant, started from ignorance, trying to overcome ignorance, the world is the result of the ignorance. And so until we actually look at it and say, hey, look, we don't want to crap in our pants anymore. We're not going to do that anymore. We're not that ignorant anymore. We're more adult than that. We're not going to let anybody in the world have to ever crap in their pants. We're going to make sure they got bathrooms around every corner, where there's people, and that there's good, healthy drinking water, okay? And that there's food supplied everywhere on earth. There's plenty of work that any occupation somebody would like to get involved in. But the point is, we're talking about growth. So I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up. Okay. But the point is that we have to learn how to be a human. We have to take our free will and actually fill it with something if we're going to have something to have a meaningful life. Okay. So basically, there's the all-powerful, which, we know that God, we see that God, or the Almighty, the all is basically three things. He's all-powerful, he's all-present, and he's all-knowing, okay? Which I look at that as he's all-powerful, he's substance, he's all-substance. He's all-present, which means anywhere, at any time, he's there. He's all mind everywhere. And he's all-knowing means that he can change. He can go from ignorant to wise, okay? But But he's all knowing, so he's been through the process already. You know, we're the children. Okay. So anyway, based on this, all possible viewpoints or will to live, a viewpoint is possible, individual viewpoints. In other words, your viewpoint of life, you as a soul, as an individual, and me as an individual, an infinite number of other all our individual viewpoints, we exist because God is all powerful, all present, and all knowing. And so evidently he decided that we're going to be something that he wants. He wants to have a world of viewpoints, and that's what we're one of them. I'm a viewpoint, you're a viewpoint. We're all viewpoints, individual viewpoints. But God is an all-powerful viewpoint. You see, all viewpoints will to live from an all viewpoint. In other words, we have a viewpoint, but he has one too. From his viewpoint, he sees everybody's viewpoint. From us, we might see our viewpoint and the viewpoint of our family and a few others of the world, but the point is that the relativity of it compared to the all. We are relative to all. It was we are one of the individual all of all the viewpoints. Okay, and so basically, this viewpoint is all knowing and all present. Okay, and this is all that's necessary to have a viewpoint. Consciousness, knowing, and be present, okay? No substance, only mind, just consciousness, okay? In other words, this is where we begin, in the mind of God, okay? So all the viewpoint, God has this in mind. He wants this to exist, okay? And so in his all viewpoint, he takes all the individual viewpoints and he gives his power to it. Reality came into existence, and here we are. Okay, we're one of these souls, one of these viewpoints, individual. There's billions on earth today now. There's many that have passed. And of course, I'm just talking about from the human viewpoint, but I mean, there's different souls from all the different animal species and plants. And all substance is part of the all. It's just relative to, what they've been, committed to, and we happen to be the humans, okay, in consciousness. And we carry a viewpoint. We live a viewpoint, and we act out and live out our lives. Okay. So with all this so far that we've gone over, how do we explain badness on earth if all is God and we're all God's children, but powerful? And okay, let's see how it works. So if we put all powerful viewpoints, because these are technically equal. Okay, it's just the viewpoint of it. They're both the same. It's just a viewpoint. Okay, we just set these equal to each other. Okay, and then we set it up to soul viewpoint. Okay, let's do it over here. So basically, or like this. So we set it up. So basically, the all, which is the collective will to live, the viewpoint of God. Okay, the one mind of God, which we're going to call the quality, the wise mind. In other words, this is the perfect mind of God, okay? So the all is conscious of these things in his mind, in his presence. This is what his focus is on. And it's equal to, and it's this, it's equal to taking his wise mind and breaking it up. Because he's wise mind and he's quality, but he's also the all. Everything is present here, but the focus is on the wise, okay? Whereas over here with the individual children that are ignorant, starting out from ignorance, infancy to full growth, the all is here also, but the ignorant is actually active, because in this part of it, it's the all allowing himself to be divided into individual souls like us, so that we can grow and learn. And basically what we're doing is we're confirming the all to be what the all is. So the all is living all the possible lives he possibly can into infinity, continually growing and magnifying and doing more. So basically the only thing that can change about the all is the all can get bigger, okay? And from the viewpoint of quality, because he's already everything. And so he can get bigger from the viewpoint of quality. Because basically the more quality, then the more, it's the more complex, the more quality, then the more density, then the more. So think of it starting like this. It started with hydrogen as a big old ball.
and it condensed and became the sun, more substance. It's another interesting thing, and that's what we're talking about, how things build on each other and become more and more. And that's what we're doing. So basically, what is this all about? Is on earth, we are basically the womb of God. This is the all, how he works. And we are the womb of God because God is all powerful, all present, all knowing. And so he must be fertile. And so if he's fertile, he's having children, and we are those children. And how can we explain those bad children on earth today if we're all God? Well, we can explain it because God is basically this equation. He is all in perfect mind quality, but he has children because he's perfect quality. It means he goes from complete ignorance to complete quality, quantity to quality, ignorance to wisdom. The full scales are here, but he only uses the top ones because he's wise already. He's mature, okay? Whereas it's all present but inactive. Whereas on this side, because of the ignorance of the children, everything stays active to some degree. Maybe not everything, not the lowest parts, but the intent being is that as time goes on and earth goes on, this is continually becoming desire, mind, life, growth, to where quality is becoming, going from quantity to quality, quantity to quality. Now, don't get me wrong. We're not saying that there's any limit in quantity, because the quantity is unlimited. Remember, we're all present, all powerful. But the fact that the quantity is unlimited also means that the quality is unlimited. But how do you get quality if it's unlimited? It doesn't come automatically. You have to earn it. You have to develop it. You have to become it. And that's the point. The earth, mankind as individuals are going from quantity to quality in our souls. What does the Bible say? The day of one's death is more important than the day of one's birth. Why? Because when we're born, we're ignorant. And in our life, we exercise our knowing presence in the all. Okay, with the power that the all has given us, okay, and ideally we become the kind of child of God that whatever comes next after our lifetime here is going to be good. We reap what we sow, cause and effect. That's how all things seem to work. Why would it change upon the death of a person? I mean, we see death all around us all the time, and we see the results. It's a recycling, reusing of material. And if we become quality material, why wouldn't God, the all mind, and the purpose of life is to be better life, to improve quality, quantity, the best, make your family the best. Well, that's what the man is. He's the parent. God, the all parent, has children that he's watching over, and he's allowing them to grow at the pace that they can grow, at the rate that they can grow, so that they can become the person that they need to become to be, a wise mind, a Christ mind person, a good person. See, that's really what it's about. See, Revelation, it's about killing the devil. Jesus kills the devil. We kill the devil when we realize that there is no devil, that this is it right here. We're just overcoming ignorance. We're not fighting a devil. There's no devil to fight. There's God who's made we're in his womb and we're trying to grow, but because we're just children trying to grow, quality has to come from growth, maturity, learning. You can't make a person, what's the old saying? You can bring a horse to the trough, but you can't make him drink the water or eat the food, but you can bring him there. And that's what we're talking about. God has given us the opportunity to live our lives and become the best we can be. But if we don't realize what's happening, we could waste our life thinking that we need to be worshiping God because one day Jesus is going to save us. And the only thing that we're supposed to be doing is becoming Jesus ourselves by being the best person we can be, overcoming our ignorance, becoming quality. And once we do that, we'll come to realize that we are God's best friend. What did Jesus say? I and the Father are one. And he was saying that that's going to be it for you too.
Well, this is the process. How do you become one with the Father? You go from quantity to quality. Quantity to quality. Wise mind. Exercising your free will to be the best you can be, with your viewpoint, your perspective in life, from the point you are. What do you desire? Focus your mind on it. Make your life wrap around it and then grow into it. It becomes who you are. That's basically it. We're at 15 minutes. I don't want this thing to drag on. I want it to be a nice clip, tight version of why the world is the way it is. Why is there wickedness, or what we perceive as wickedness from when we use religious language, wickedness, or if we talk secular language, ignorance or criminality, depending on what the person does. Anyway, hopefully this has been a very nice, curt explanation, and I think I'm going to go ahead and distribute this, so hopefully you enjoy it, and if you do, please share it with others if you got something out of it and you think it's beneficial. Well, thank you very much, and hope to see you in another video.